Hello, fellow Biafrans. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your location. I say it shall be well with you, Biafrans, all over the world. My people, I am here once more today for us to keep talking and working on our Biafra coming. Biafra is a wonderful nation coming up from West Africa. We are leaving Nigeria because Nigeria no longer exists. Nigeria has broken into pieces, and we have decided to form our own nation or restore Biafra. My people, join me wherever you are watching from. I say good evening, good afternoon, good morning once more to each and every one of you. Before I continue, my people, I have to thank God Almighty, Almighty Father, merciful God. I thank and glorify your holy name, merciful God. I give you thanks for the sake of my people, Biafrans, and in particular my leader, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Father, Lord, do not forget him. He is your wonderful servant being held by the enemies in the DSS dungeon, Nigeria, the zoo. Please, Lord, release him for us. The way you released Paul and Silas so many years ago, you are the same yesterday. Every day, my Lord, you are the same. Please, my Lord, extend your hand of protection and mercy to our Prime Minister, the only man standing for us right now. We want you to guide him and protect him for us. Protect all Biafrans all over the world. He say, my people, I am coming out late due to some technical reasons. But as I said earlier on, no matter what happens, I will continue. Recently, our PM has introduced satellite TV for Biafra and the radio. Soon we will all divert to that. It will give us a very comfortable ground to do our programs, and everyone will be happy because Biafra is a new era, a new nation, a new development. So we all know that in the process of Biafra restoration, we now have our self-referendum that we end after the first phase of our e-voting. So my people, every Biafran has right to vote, is our civic right. As long as you are 18 years and above, you have right to vote. We must vote so that the UN and the international community will recognize us for the mass exodus of our people. Recently, our PM and his cabinet ministers of the Biafra government in exile, they printed massive number of voting cards, which will take place in the second phase of our voting. My people, Biafra is going to surprise the whole world, and it can only happen with your votes. This vote will show the UN and the international community that we have made up our mind to live, and as soon as we exit the zoo, for sure many nations will start rising up, because we are always taking the path as we follow. So my people, let no one be deceived. Just join and you will enjoy being part of this mass movement of God's own people. The United States of Biafra has their government, the Breji government, that and every one of us, they know that we have suffered for so many years in the hands of the Fulanis in Nigeria. And they have decided to make things very easy for us. Most of the time, I would like to Britain, to France, to Germany, to Thailand. But I can assure you, work that our Prime Minister is doing, that when Biafra comes, you will find all those countries in Biafra land. Biafra is our nation. We must continue to evangelize and do the needful. So my people, join me and let us continue. Let of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man that saw tomorrow.
And that is why I have said it before and allow me to repeat. We have come to be free.
Yes.
And if you allow this nonsense to continue, you'll be sunk. If you have not gotten your Somali visa, go and get it now. Because the zoo is gone.
Yes.
Has arrived.
Igbo must surely go their promised land. If I refuse to let them go, una go sick. Wicked people.
Live in Nigeria designed by Great Britain and found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still the problems occurring. Perhaps the time has come to
instead of that we cannot get this Biafra, I will turn to a beast.
Yes.
I will turn to a beast. Our beasts. You see those children that you see, you count their ribs, and their stomach are big. You see their stomach swelling up every day from them.
To this country, Finland freeway encouraging him to do what he's doing by his own in Nigeria.
Of the demography of a community changes. That is exactly anything. They will take over from you. It is just a matter of time. No matter the struggle, we can strategize and give them a portion. But they say they are going to be zero. It's a waste of time. And I'm an advocate of this thing for the past 30 years. Because I know their tendencies.
My people, you have all heard it. I know their capabilities. I know their tendencies. He knows the strength of the Biafrans. Onyendu have said it. We have come to set you free. Nigerian, wonderful sister Mary Ndewo, thank you for joining me. I have just played the voice of Onyendu, where he said, we have come to set you free. Biafra is that nation that God has sent to set us free, to set everyone free. Ojukwu said it in his own word, that the war has been fought and many people that was quite gone, and nothing has changed because he and he saw that Apga these people, they are like breakable bottle, according to the broken English. Breakable bottle that have no mequatarism. Nigeria is a broken bottle. We are not just saying it. It is playing up and the whole world is seeing it. Yes. Yes. Biafra is free. Yes. Hello, Sonny, my brother. Thank you for joining. Biafra is going to be free. Let no one deceive anybody. During this early time, we are in the process of liberating ourselves. The voting system is to show the whole world that we have no other choice than to live. I mean, when you are married to someone and that marriage has never produced anything, you have the right to live, following the right process, which is what our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is doing for us. Our Prime Minister is the man of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he is doing more than needful. Himself and his government, they are following everything in accordance with the rule of law. We will show you that when Biafra, all the Dubais, all the Thailand, all the Germans, all the France, all the United Kingdom, all the Americans, even the Finland, all will be seen in Biafra land. We are scattered all over the place because the zoo have no sense of administration. They don't know what management of human resources is. They don't know what management of natural resources are. So my people, do not drag your feet. Join what we are doing, because being part of this great nation, son, Biafra coming. Join in everything we are doing. Follow the media team on their pages, their programs, so that it goes viral, and even follow them for more information. This platform, my people, is platform freedom fighters. We are fighting for our freedom. We do not encourage violence. We do not encourage any form of aggression. We are not violent people. We are very peace-loving people, to the extent that we allow these Maruda Fulanis to be in our nation since 1808 till date. And now a visitor has become more powerful than the owner of the land. It will not extend to Biafra land, my people. We have endured for too long. No more endurance from the Marudin Fulanis. They are not giving up. And in as much as they are oppressing everybody in that country, now those of you who have been vilifying the Igbos, telling you that the Igbos are the problem you have, you can now compare and contrast and know those that you will choose in a preference. In a scale of preference, you have now two choices to make between the Igbos and the Fulanis. But make no mistakes, the Igbos are the developers, the producers of the gas and the oil that they have been milking for so many years. And they have nothing to do for this very unfortunate state. But now, God has given us a wonderful man who is standing gidigba in the name of our Prime Minister and Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They say that enough is enough, and we cannot be cowards. We have to join them and do this needful. Voting and voting for self-referendum. Vote in your great numbers, because we are 70 million plus. And the 50 million out of 70 million people voted, the UN will have no choice, and the international communities, to give us our freedom. My people, we have to do our part and leave the rest to God. But trust me, God will not fail us, because our God is a wonderful God. What our God cannot do does not exist. So it is now our duty to vote for Biafra to come. Vote and vote and vote in mass. The one that will shock the world. We still have time to do that voting. My people, it is our civic right, and we have to cast our vote. As long as you are 18 years and over, it is your right to vote. Please, my people, that is our duty for now, to ensure that we cast our vote and let our vote speak for us before the international community. Please, my people, vote and vote. Is ending this month, and after this month, this is the first batch. Then the second batch of voting will come. As always, I will play the voice of our brother so that you will hear what you should do.
My name is Marvelous Arenze Chukwuma. Uno popular vote. The Biafran self-referendum e-voting is in December this year, 2024. I know we still have time, but the duration of time we have from now till then is Shitenga. Not too far as we take the reason. The Biafran Prime Minister can only do his part. Need emphasis because it is obvious. But he, Simon Ekpa, one vote, just like every other Biafran. I fully urge you all, Biafrans all over the world, old and young, to participate in the self-referendum, publicize it, and assist those who need to be guided about it, to demonstrate readiness to exit Nigeria. We may not be in the media or in the government, but together, Finwe, Chukogi, Enu, Ebonyi, Edo, Imo, Rivers, Delta, Cross River, Anambra, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Abia, and Biafrans all over the world. Together, we will guide our future, and our vote must count in a new dimension.
Yes, my people, the new dimension that Onyendu told us, that our Prime Minister is bringing a new dimension to the awareness we are making. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he mentioned referendum, the Biafra government in exile, which was revived by our Prime Minister. That's what the Nzama people never allowed Onyendu to do, because he was facing a formidable array of enemies, both those who are within and those outside. And those outside are no less a person than the Fulanis. I've always played their video here. You watch and see how they influence our people. What they do is that they will set the ball rolling using your brothers and sisters, and they will be watching. And you know what? One of the worst ways they have devised this evil means is by using the governors. Recently, under the confirmed Twitter handle of our Prime Minister, I was watching how the Anambra people, the group formed by the governor Soludo, the way they were torturing our boys. I cannot bring it out here because of Facebook and YouTube, which is attached to this program. My people, these governors, whenever they come to that position, they will sell their soul to the Fulanese. You know, because of the situation now, the Fulani cannot allow you to become a governor unless you go to the north to swear. I've told you people here how they swear. They go to Fulani land, all of them. You must swear before you become a governor, otherwise they will cancel your position. You all know that the one called Governor Peter Mba was not voted in. They are always looking for the evil ones that will do their evil bidding. All these governors have given them a place they call Ruga. Bring your land. Bring your land. You must give us land where our people will stay. And the Fulanis, in their very treacherous way of doing things, the land is the basic thing. Once they get the land, they will build their mosque. From their mosque, they will bring their alpha or whatever they call it. From that, they will get their sariki or whatever. They know their names. And before you know it, you people, they have captured you. That's how they start. The governor has passed the law to give Ruga land to Fulanese. Taking people's land, we have no land. The same thing, there's Ruga going on in Enugu, Anambra State. All these governors, they are so compromised. Boiling down to what Mandela said, that if you are a freedom fighter and you get very comfortable with your oppressors, that you are already compromised. So my people, considering all these factors, that will be the major reason why we should vote and say no to these people. Enough of their intimidation, enough of them infiltrating our land, changing the mindset of our youths. But you know what? I am very, very pleased that these youths, they are the ones talking about Biafra coming now, because they are fed up. After going to the university, they will have no place, nothing to show. A student that have studied for 3 years in the university will come out roaming the street aimlessly for another 4 years of these evil governors. These are the reasons and more why we should vote. I have a video that will show you where our youths are now declaring Biafra in land, telling you that they are ready for anything to happen. They are tired, they are fed up. Let me play it. I hope it is this very one. These youths are tired. Likewise, the elders. You know, we are all tired of these people. So we should vote and leave the zoo. They don't understand because, you know, the Fulanese, they think they are very, they always thought that Biafra coming is that conventional war. They don't understand what usage of international law is all about. But when it will happen, that's why our PM tell us that, you know, that you will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra land. That's why, you know, See the youth.
That forgive and forget. I'm not a Nigerian, I'm a Biafra. You cross me, I sink you, nigga. Oh, come down and that forgive and
Yes.
forget. Oh, come down, fire you and that forgive and forget.
Yeah.
And you cross me, I sink you. Fire you and that forgive and forget. Fire you and that forgive and forget. I am not a Nigerian. I sink you, nigga. Come down, fire you and that forgive and forget. I am not a Biafra. You cross me, I sink you, nigga. You and that forgive and forget. And I'm a Biafra. Me, I sink. Oh, come that fire you and that forgive it.
So my people, all
Biafra.
these people we have seen here, they are youths. You know, in the past, you cannot mention Biafra in the zoo. All these young women you have seen here, they are in homeland. And they just came together and made this video. Because nobody will tell me that they don't know about Biafra. No. They all know about Biafra. My wonderful brother, Freeman, thank you for joining. Thank you so much. I hope you are doing good. Biafra is our religion. We must go ahead and preach Biafra. There's another man, I'm going to show you his video. He is in homeland. He is talking Biafra now. So we have to vote in mass and ensure. Yes. Good evening. Thank you for joining. My people, you know, our PM said it, that we have to, the media team, this is where we get you the authentic information on this platform, which is one of the Biafra government in exile platform. We do not preach hate. Make your contribution constructively and respectfully. Thank you, my people. Let's listen to this, our brother. He is in homeland. People are no longer afraid. They are fed up with what is going on in Nigeria. Unfortunately, one of the DOS fake IPOB man called Chinasa Muru, he was admonishing the president of Nigeria to bring down the price of cement. You know, he's always building. And where does he get the money from? The money the Fulanese gave them that made them sell their soul to the Fulanese. Sold Onyendu. How can you get so comfortable with your oppressors? But this goes to show that they are never freedom fighters. They are liars, they are deceitful, they are very condescending and conniving. Chinasa Nworu, Chike Doziem, Fanny Bondi DOS, ima lowest or ima weakness or ima powerful. They were never freedom fighters. Or is it Uruagu? They were never freedom fighters. At all, at all. Let's listen to this, our brother.
Quite incredible that the Prime Minister of Biafra, of course, his composure, however odious and exacerbating in a situation Indeed, because the Biafra Exodus 2024 is becoming a reality as the case is the Biafra self-referendum voting card.
Yes, my people, the Biafra Exodus is becoming a reality. So many people do not know. They didn't realize it. But now you can imagine from homeland, they are saying it, which means it is spreading. Our Prime Minister is making the move. That new dimension that Onyendu told us that our Prime Minister is bringing, it is here.
Of course, it's very much out, and those who said yes to Biafra restoration declaration across this 40 states led by Minister of Biafra in Nezamazi Sama is out. This is a breaking news and a very good one for the Biafrans and their sympathizers across the world.
You see, the word our star use, Exodus, is exactly what it is.
Thank you.
We're doing Exodus. We are marching out of Babylon into our father's land, Biafra. This is how the Israelites did the land of Egypt. They marched out of Egypt, Exodus. That was what, as our brothers did in that. That's what we're doing now. Exodus. And it's really Exodus. Only so-called the southeast. They're always pinpointing, calling us Biafra is a dot. When we are not a dot. 5 states, Buhari said that we are dots. We are up to or more than 40 million in that dot.
Yes, the Buhari said that we are dot, forgetting that he's migrated from Africa and he was calling us impunity. That bloody illiterate that never produced a certificate as a leader of a nation. That will show you the impunity of the Marudin Fulanese, calling us a dot. He was calling dot because he can challenge him, or because he felt that he can impose anything on us using the governors and he will achieve his aim. We are dot, and he's still sending his cattle brothers down to us. Yes, movement of Biafra people, exactly equal to onye. Ndị be anyị, anyị anabago ana. Analugokwa going. So let's listen to this, our brother. Ka ị gee ya ntị mara ife ọ na-ekwu.
With other areas that they refuse to count as Biafra, where they are Biafra, that made up these 40 states. At these other areas again, may reach to 40 million thousand. The dot is 40 million, 40,000. Then with areas that join that made up 40 states, you see that they themselves we are more than 40 million. Automatically, around 100 we leave Nigeria. Around 100 million we leave Nigeria.
Even around 100, the greatest exodus in the history. 100 million.
Yes, at least 100 million of anytime you like to call them, any name you like to call them south, call them southeast, call them Europe, call them Major, call them Chaka Efi, call them Ibibio, call them Anang, call them Igala, call them Bini, call them Awuchi. Call them whatever name you call them, the Domas. Call them that name.
Yes.
We
are going.
France. Now it's really exodus. Nigeria is around 200, then around 100 plus living. It's really exodus.
That will be seismic wave sent down at
Look, if we are to match at bim, that will not sink. When locusts moving to area, you know, they move in mass. That's glory be to but salmon,
yes,
the lion in the jungle. Absence of Nnamdi Kanu.
Oh,
Raise him up. Position of Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafrans today. You see, Ekperima. All those things. I say people voted massively with the politician give them money, give them a 1 cup of rice. They will sell their future for another for nobody. People came out and from the heart have their friends.
Yes.
As to show you how their friends want to run their government.
Yes.
Government of equity, justice, sincerity. We live in what? In purity. We live in purity.
we say at this time, no kahunanya. I believe that Simon moved an inch in favor of the man called the Lion of Biafra, the second.
You see, exactly what you said is DOS see with their eye now. Politicians have seen their eyes now. Even our enemies who do have belief, they will now and believe that our prime minister is doing God is to do a marvelous work. To him to do what people did not believe because all their
yes, my people, you know,
that's the end of it. That's all
they really don't have sense. When you are oppressing people, pushing people, you say they shouldn't go, and you are busy killing them on daily basis. How will they not go? They are pushing us together. This very bloody push by the Fulanis is making people to disbelieve in them. You know, ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si na-eji ikute nwatakịrị emetụ nne ya aka n'ala, and ị na-ekute nwatakịrị na smile ya na-amụli ya amụ, ichezieli aka ka o kwe ka ikulie, but if frown on your face gbanwụchasịa ilu wee na-achị ikute nwatakịrị o meghị edigo ọnụ, mana ndị Fulani achi na fa dị smart. Neje, the other day I was playing Gumi here. You all heard that Gumi said that about 9-point-something million terrorists are littered in the whole bush, in the whole Nigeria. That he is asking government to allow them to control our bush and they safeguard the bush. Safeguard what in the bush? So my people, as this man rightly said here, any time you are pushing people, oppressing them so hard, you are your grounds with them. No relation whatsoever. No human being on this planet wants somebody that will be oppressing them. No. They are oppressing the people and they are coming together. The more they push us, the more we come together. That is. Yes.
They don't know that God will raise another Nnamdi Kanu in the town.
What do you mean that those who thought will die down has been?
That is Onyeru. God have used someone else to prove them wrong. That is interested in Biafra. And Nnamdi Kanu today is a, and they have proved to the his captors that he is to them. Upon all the whole poison, upon all the whole torture, upon all the whole beating, the life of the Kanu.
Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu's life is in his hand, not in the hand of Pharaoh. Not
No.
in the hand of Hitler, not in the hand of
Exactly.
Saddam Hussein,
Yes.
but in the hand of Jehovah God to kill Biafra.
Wow, this is quite interesting, and it will bring great joy and excitement among the Biafrans and the lovers of Biafra, because this is no longer a child's play, it's no longer a joke, and it is, of course, miracle.
My parting word is Oga Simon Ekpa Odoba.
Odogu kariri Odogu. Odogu kariri Odogu.
Odogwu karịrị odogwu Simon Ekpa Odogwu karịrị odogwu Simon Ekpa karịrị odogwu Simon Ekpa Odogwu karịrị odogwu Simon Ekpa Odogwu karịrị DOS Okodogwu karịrị DOS Simon Odogwu karịrị DOS DOS Simon ọhana ndị Igbo Simon Ekpa to continue good work that God is using to do continue. God will continue to strengthen him in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Give him more grace. Give him the favor. And I use this opportunity telling all the whole Biafrans, they come out as they vote massively, honestly, sincerely, with one heart,
Yes.
with truthfulness, with one love. For this exodus we do in India, they should continue like that in everything concerning Biafra. They should continue with earnestly, so that Biafra will be the nation in that our enemies shame will cover them. That's my parting word to every Biafrans. For only this 14, congratulate them. They have done a much. One time, how and I know that is by the grace that they have done it. May God continue to be with every in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you so much.
I am Mr. Paradeli Okokondem. In this Republic of Biafra, live a mass in Nnamdi Kanu and Mr. POB. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Simon Ekpa. Long live and feel like him. Our fans all over the world name. Omo Biafra. Onara Kahana. Onye ndị Yoruba gburugburu na-eche ndị eche mgbe niile. Come on, can hear me like Karageme, or get me when again, Jesus Christ. I'm going to Biafra. Messiano, Mbosin, that catch on no warranty. All that MM and MM and MM. He say,
Wow, this is a wonderful, wonderful rendition. The man is great. He is wonderful, my people. He is so wonderful. He has said it all, my people. You know, when Onyendu was abducted, we were all crying, and our PM said to us to calm down, calm down, calm down. That he will make the abduction of Onyendu useless to the zoo. But they did not understand it. They didn't, because they never expected that this type of lion lives in our PM. And the governors, they didn't even care, none of them, until he started giving it to them, woto woto. Biafra is here. Biafra is going to come. The UN and the Americans, international bodies, they will know. No name. Recently, my people, there are so many explosions going on in the zoo where they are stealing our oil in our homeland. But let us listen to our PM again in what he said.
Thank you very much. The Biafra people continue to pay the biggest price in order to maintain one Nigeria. And now we say that enough is enough. Yes. We will not pay that price again. If Biafrans are going to pay any price going forward, it is the price of freedom. Not the price of one Nigeria. For the past decade, Biafra has been killed. The killing of Biafrans has nothing to do with the future of the Biafra people. Rather, Nigeria that were fraudulently formed on gunpoint. And ever since then, Nigeria continued to force Biafrans at gunpoint to remain a slave. I want Biafrans to understand that we are living in a different world today, not like in the 60s. We are living in a world they call the global village. Inasmuch as I condemn in strongest term the terrorist attack against Israel on 7th of October, look at where they are today. The world now values terrorism.
Yes, too cool. Thank you so much for joining. All hail Biafra. Thank you.
Backed by media war, backed by media, you go and kill innocent children and women in Israel. And then the entire media is on your side. Today, the United Nations is voting to recognize Palestine with their terrorism. And that is the reason why none of you, from the time immemorial, who have been shouting for Biafra, nobody take you serious. Because you have not done something that the world will look at you and see that you really need your freedom. I'm telling you the fact. It is now that we are doing it. Because those who have killed us, we are now defending ourselves. And the self-defense we are going into, believe me, even US, even United Nations will be shocked from what is going on coming out from Nigeria.
Yes.
Nigeria state is a terrorist state. And only when we begin to show how, serious we are to get our freedom, the world will never listen to us. But I'm very happy because it starts from the grassroots. Before the world will talk about you, the people that have been killing your people need to talk about you first. And that's where we are going. We will start from the grassroots to the top. Now, we have started from state, and from state, we have entered national. From national, we have entered international. So now, the Nigerian state that has supervised the killing of Biafra people are now talking about the resilience of Biafra, how Biafra have resisted their terrorism against them, and it will gradually go to the international community. It will gradually go to the United Nations. It will also go to the US government. It is already there. They are talking about it. So what are we doing? We are facing Nigeria using what I call a multi-dimensional approach. Multi-dimensional approach, political approach, diplomatic approach, armed struggle to defend ourselves. And today, they tell you, did you see where somebody carry arms and get freedom? Now ask them, did you see where somebody allow himself to be killed and get freedom? The answer is no. You can never say you want to be a good person. Stay like this. Let Nigerian army kill you, and then by then you get your freedom. It doesn't work. What works now?
Yes, my people, you know, what they call international law, it applies to us as well. It applies to the zoo because they try to be signatory to all these things without knowing the implication. Yeah, yes, yes, he is the prime minister indeed. He is. They do not know what it means to be signatory to all these nations that they have signed their signatures as members. The UN Charter has it that no nation has right to oppress or invade the other nation without lawful excuse. What lawful excuse do Nigeria have to be buying our people? Human rights also has that law also, but Nigeria being signatory to all this, they don't even respect the international law. So the same international law gives us right to defend ourselves. Even the OAU, Organization of Africa Unity, it has its law that gives you right to defend yourself. So we did not take any war to them in the Fulani catchment in the north or to any other tribe. No, they are the ones coming to buy us using the soldiers and the police. Therefore, we will have to defend ourselves. We have right to do so. But you know, like I said, there are people with very little brain. Yes, they have little brain. When our prime minister, you will be sleeping in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra land, they did not understand it to be the usage of international law to get what we are looking for. We have fought the conventional war 1967 that ended in 1970. And it was Gowon who started that war. Make no mistakes, because so many people always say that Ojukwu, that Biafra started the war. We never started any war. It is exactly the same thing we are doing now. We want to take our leave from Nigeria, and they bombing us, started buying us. That was why Ojukwu formed his army and started defending our people. It was Yakubu Gowon. And Yakubu Gowon, who is neither Fulani, he is from Plateau State. And Plateau is not Hausa land. But look at him today. The Fulanis are buying his own people on daily basis and he is so helpless. So we have right to defend ourselves. You people know that recently Uruagu said that Onyendu, tell us, you never told us to go and kill the Nigerian army. Then who told Nigerian army to be killing our own people? Who told them? Or you, Uruagu, will be there watching your home being invaded by the Nigerian army, and everybody will be sitting there watching them to fight, how to fight for freedom. As a freedom fighter, you must always be at alert. You don't get comfortable with your enemies or your, otherwise they will finish you. That's what our PM is saying here.
Works now is kill me, I kill you.
Defense.
Come to kill our people, I will make sure you don't kill them and go free. And that's exactly what is happening. Today we see them debating on the floor of the United Nations General Assembly, voting for the Palestine to be part of the UN. Why? Because they committed act of terrorism, they kill women, kill children of Israel. And then they back them with the media war all over the world. I want you to understand that the war between Israel and Palestine did not start today. There has been a war of ages. But today, they have done the unthinkable. And now, instead of the world to condemn the act of terrorism made on civilians, they are validating them. But you know what? Any day you do something like that, believe me, the whole world will condemn you. And we will never, ever raise our arms against civilians and children. Because we believe in respect to human dignity and respect to life of others.
Yes.
But any day, you carry gun as a Christian to take the life of other people that have no guns, it will become the worst thing that the world will talk about. But look at what is happening all over the world. They are voting for them after the terrorism against Israel. So Biafra people, we will not do the same thing. But what we are going to do is to make sure that those who have killed Biafra people for ages will never ever kill them again and go free. It does not matter how long this is going to take us. We are also making sure that Nigeria will never have its presence in Biafra land after December 2nd. And you know, like I've said in the past, between now and December 2nd, a lot is going to happen. We will make sure there is no Nigeria government, any government present will be in Biafra land. It is going to take time. We don't care. But our target and our main focus is to make sure there is no Nigeria present in Biafra territory. No Nigeria vehicle, no Nigeria painted vehicle, no official vehicle will be operating and using Biafra road freely going forward before this December 2nd. And anybody that is seen using Biafra, using Nigeria, a painted vehicle or Nigeria, the police or army, anywhere you see them, they are the terrorists we have in our land who shelled the killers of our people, who shelled these Fulani terrorists to come to our land. And our target is to get rid of them. It is called the delegitimization of the terrorist state within Biafra territory. So it doesn't matter what the propaganda the enemies are carrying. I want Biafrans to remain focused on our goal and our task. What we do now is put your eye on the right sun. So remain focused, and all we need is support and prayer. Like I said, if you do not do the unthinkable, the enemy will think that you are joking. And I want everybody to understand that the unthinkable we are doing is to make sure that we defend ourselves against terrorist state of Nigeria. And the defending ourselves will also extend by making sure that the presence of Nigeria within Biafra land we will continue to delegitimize them and make sure we get rid of them. So from the checkpoint, for the past years, for the last 2 years or so, we have been hammering on checkpoint. It takes time, but it is happening. Checkpoints will be dislodged. It does not matter how long it takes us, but we will continue to dislodge them. So those of you that still have checkpoints in your area, do not worry. Their time is coming. We will dislodge them and will never give them a British space. Enugu, former Enugu, former Ebonyi, former Anambra, Bayelsa, Rivers, former Calabar, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, all of them, we are starting opening new front that Nigeria will never breed in our land. And it needed your support, everything, needed your prayers, and the media team also need your support and prayers, because you have seen the...
Did you hear it? The media team need your prayers and support, because the media team, they are very important in their own way. They are spreading the news of the progress that we are making. We are following suit so that the world, for instance, in this very studio now, I have Facebook attached to it. I have YouTube attached to it. And whenever I am streaming live, go to YouTube now, you will find it. Go to Facebook, you will find it. Media team is very important. That is one of the things, just among all the things that we lacked during Nigeria Biafra war. It was only Okokondem. But now, Biafra media is more than 20. Everyone, America, from the homeland, from UK, from France, from Italy, from Spain, we are everywhere. From India, everywhere. We are everywhere. The world is hearing about Biafra. And when Buhari was there, just last year, 2023, Buhari left last year, you can never mention Biafra in any of the radio houses. But today, even Arise, all of them are talking about Biafra. Our PM has taken us to that new dimension. Make no mistakes, media team is a powerful entity, especially in a rising nation like Biafra. Support the media team. Biafra is coming. That's what the PM said.
You have seen the power of media in what is happening with Israel and Palestine. Everybody, I was watching and listening to the statement and the vote at the United Nations, and I shook my head. They are now validating terrorism because they are not Christians. But any day you do it in Nigeria, believe me, the whole world will condemn you. But you know, not the way others fought their own is the way we are going to fight our own. Our own is a very peculiar case that needed to be fought completely different from other people. That's why we have designed our own. Now, those people that are always telling you, how do you fight? You tell me where somebody have fight. Tell me where somebody have done. Have you seen where in any country in this world that fought for freedom, where the people went and killed children and women, kidnapped them, and then the world is defending them? Tell me where that thing happened. But it's happened now. It finally happened in 2024. It finally become a norm under our own very eyes. We are watching them validate terrorism against Israel. But people tell you, it is wrong, you don't do this, and get free. You see it happening. Tell me, what are you going to say? You see the entire world now is against Israel. Something that has never happened before. So we are changing this world. And like I said, your freedom is in your hand. You are somebody. You have a culture. You have value. Do not allow anybody going forward to dictate to you how to live your life. That's what Biafra is doing today. We will make sure that our arms will never go against civilians. But always Nigerian army and police and every other Nigeria agent carrying guns that are facilitating this terrorism against Biafra, our gun goes against them. Till the day we will declare and restore Biafra, and today Biafra will be recognized by this same UN. There are certain presidents. We are going there. We will meet them at the UN General Assembly. The game is on. And then let us see how they will vote for Palestine and reject Biafra. I greet you all.
Yes, my people, the PM has said it all. We don't need anybody to dictate for us. We have endured for so many years. The Fulanis are draining us. Their foreign friends are draining us. My people, you know all the friends of the Fulani government in the zoo. You can never try this type of mess that the Fulanis are forming in the zoo, suffocating our people. You can't try it in their country. They will not tolerate it because they know that the people will protest against them and will even do horrible things in protest. So they will not allow it. But they are watching the zoo do it. They no longer sanction a country that violates human rights. This is why we have to vote. When he said that if you come with your AK-47, that Biafrans will use the same AK-47 to defend ourselves. It has never happened before. That's why Nigeria is in the position they are today. We left the Fulanis for too long. Manandi Igbo si na osita adịba mma na ọ dịbara ugbo. Jee na be Gowonfa. All his people are living in IDP camp. It can never happen in Biafra land. By the special grace of God, somebody like our PM will not allow that to happen to our people. He has brought himself out, and we should all support. That's what we need. And pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are our two heroes, coupled with our supreme leader, late Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. May he so rest in peace. But two lions we still have now, we have to soak them in prayer. We must leave zoo no matter what. There is nothing very special in this world other than human being. The animals, they do not talk. The birds, they do not talk. The reptiles, they do not talk. Even the trees, they cannot talk. The tree can only whistle when the wind is blowing, but you will not understand the language of the plants. It is only human being that is a very special thing that God created. Then you will be the one that eliminates your fellow human being. In their hundreds, these people have killed over 60 or 70 million people since they came to that country. Why should we be watching them committing these atrocities? Now, our PM, when he was talking, he made mention of delegitimizing the presence of the zoo in Biafra land. And recently, the oil company were complaining that series of explosions were going off where they are working, and the oil and the gas are all in flames, my people. So, ịjụ na ịmapụbe mmadụ n'udo, ị ga-apụ apụkwa n'ike o. Ma ọ dị gị mma ma ọ dịrọ gị mma, ị ga-apụnata. Ndị nọ n'obodo anyị na-egwu mmanụ anyị egwugasị anyị, oge elugo mgbe fa ga-apụ. So my people, geenụ ntị, onwe one of my media team group that is here to tell us what is happening.
Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people, it all happened. The Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom government, including those running Shell company, are panicking at the moment. Now, I do not want to waste your time. Let me go straight and read the news in details. And as you can see on your screen, I will be reading from a Zoo Gota media platform known as Sahara Reporters. And this is their title, as you can see it on your screen. They said, Shell Company confirms multiple explosions near its gas facility in Bayelsa State, in Old Bayelsa State. I don't want to insinuate anything here. I'm not going to insinuate anything. Let's continue reading. The incident has raised concerns regarding potential disruptions to gas exports. Did you see that? The incident has raised concerns regarding potential disruptions to gas exports. Do you know how much they sell gas here in the zoo? 1 liter of gas. Do you know the price of 1 liter of gas in the Zoological Republic? Now they say, the Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria, SPDC, spokesman Mr. Michael Adande, has confirmed several explosions near its gas processing plant in Barai, Yenegoa local government area of Old Bayelsa State. According to Adande, the incident happened at the Shell facility in Bahrain, but stated that the cause of the explosions was yet to be determined. Okay, now, maybe you want me to tell you the cause of the explosion.
Yes. Farmer, they know. But him and ndị Fulani na ndị na-achịfa osi ọnwụ fa na-esi ọnwụ na pretend ka ọ na fa mara ka a ghara isikwa na Biafra na-enyefa nsogbu ma ka fa ghara igosi na fa dị weak. Fa amago ebe the explosion si abịa, but they are pretending. Fa ga-apụnata from our land. They must leave, whether they like it or not. Biafra does not belong to them. Enough of their evil influence and presence in our land. Enough.
He said, we are actively monitoring report of smoke detected near our Bahrain Central Processing Facility in Old Bayelsa State. While the source appears to be external to our facility, we are in close communications with regulatory authorities to investigate the incident and ensure the safety of the surrounding communities. The incident has raised concerns regarding potential disruptions to gas exports. The explosions occurred on Tuesday on a pipeline that supplies the gas plant. On a pipeline, maybe you didn't hear it, well, let me highlight it alone. The explosions occurred on Tuesday on a pipeline that supplies the gas plant. On a pipeline that supplies the gas plant. That is where the explosion was had or occurred on Tuesday, which is yesterday. Now let's continue. The source added that suspected vandals, they call them suspected vandals, attacked the pipeline, leading to explosions and the release of thick smoke and gas emissions. Okay. He said the plant operator was alerted and immediate action was taken to isolate the and reduce pressure. Did you get that? He said they alerted and immediate actions taken to isolate the line, isolate the pipeline, and reduce the pressure. Now, the plant operator, the person or the group of persons who are in charge of that pipeline was alerted concerning the explosion. They said they immediately switch off the pipeline in order to reduce pressure, because once it's open, then the inferno will be uncontrollable. So they switch it off in order to lessen the pressure. But as I'm talking to you, the pressure is still there. Now, they continued. Sahara reporters had on Tuesday reported reported that the Amnesty International called the Nigerian government to ensure Shell was held to account for the pollution and human rights abuses related to oil spills in the Niger Delta area. You see that? Shell of a company working in conjunction with the Zoo Fulani government of Nigeria have completely rendered our land almost useless. Because of our God-given mineral resources, our God-given oil and gas, our people go to farm. Our people can no longer go to the river to fish. Every fisherman in our land today is hungry because of oil spillage.
And if you go to those villages, I have been searching for the one of the videos that to find the people of Warri telling you of their predicament. If you see this place, my people, it's so sad. No road, no school, nothing, no good water. This is where the oil and gas that Nigeria government gives to foreigners comes from. They have nothing in their hometown. But the Sokoto Caliphate, he has 21 oil wells. His children and wife, all of them will live abroad. Whereas the owners of the land will live in abject poverty. Their water is polluted by this oil. There is no form of compensation to these people. You will see all these thatch houses in an oil-producing state. No road, no government influence. And you can imagine how many years ago that this oil has been drilled from their land. But they will just cover everything up. I must bring that video up maybe tomorrow to show the world how Nigeria is like. Criminals ruling people. How can you be a leader? You don't care about human beings. It's just like now, there's a program where they said 100 little kids will be married off. They are orphans. They will be married off to all these terrorists. Men in their 60s. Little children. The oldest will be like 15. They are 9, 10, 11 years. They want to marry them off. And they are fighting with the human rights people in that area. Right now, in the north. In fact, yesterday is 15. This thing is happening today, 16th. This is the kind of human beings we live with. Anything that belongs to you will be taken by government by force. And if you say no, that's the end of your life. And they don't want anybody to talk. They don't want anybody to say a word. You cannot criticize them. You cannot demand for what belongs to you. This is why Biafra, when it comes, you will see what is called governance and proper system of administration. Biafra is going to be a confederate country or nation, not country, nation, where people will manage their own resources and use it to develop their state and pay to the government by way of tax. That's all. And that's what it's supposed to be. You don't come to people's things and dictate for them how you want them to live and how you want to sit on their head till eternity. It's not done. This oil, somebody has it in their land, but the government, they don't care about anybody. They don't. They don't care about anybody's interest. A town that has no road, Do you expect that they will have electricity or hospital? That one is a no-no. The women there were complaining that they have never had light, electricity, not at all. No hospital. So if someone is sick, they have to carry the person to where there is hospital to get treatment. This is a country where we have all grew up from. And you are telling me that anyone who is sabotaging what we are doing, that Chukwu Okike Abiama ameji ketekpa gbagbu nyanwa.
This followed reports that Nigeria's oil industry regulator was prepared to offer fast-track sales approvals process for oil companies wanting to sell their businesses in the country. Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Have you seen it? They say that, of course, they know that companies are leaving. Listen, you may not understand the meaning of this. Understand it because all these Zoom media, when they want to see you, they will change their tone. They will change the way they speak. Listen here. These reports that Nigeria's oil industry regulator was prepared to offer fast-track sales approvals process for oil companies wanting to sell their business in the country. Listen, a couple of months ago, not even up to 3 months, early this year, I gave you the report how Shell sold their onshore company in Nigeria. Today, we are now hearing that the oil industry regulator was prepared to offer fast-track sales approvals, to anybody or any company who wants to sell their company in the zoo. Do you know the meaning? It simply means that they know that companies are now leaving. They are fully aware that companies are living in the zoo. They are leaving the zoo. They are vacating the zoo. They are vacating. So the zoo government is aware and they have gotten lots of notifications from all these companies that they are leaving. I'm telling you the reality now, the reality on ground. They've gotten a lot of reports.
Hello, Anthony. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. How is South America? Yeah, my sister Mary said that Biafra government has to be very strict with the laws of Biafra forever and ever to keep the nation strong so that new generation will continue same, yes, pace. Yes, my sister, you are very correct. You see, first and foremost, there will be a review of the electoral rule. There will be a cutoff mark on age. Yes, turtleneck as well is cold here as well in the UK. It's cold today. So there will be a cutoff mark or a threshold of the number of years one has to be in the government and age bracket. Yes, the age bracket, because if that review is not done electoral, it means that what is going on in the zoo will start again. But we will never allow them. Fortunately, everyone that have been, even if a cleaner in the zoo government, will not work in Biafra government. We don't want them to pollute the system. Biafra is going to be a completely new system of governance and administration. No corrupt person. If you get corrupt and you are found guilty, straight to the prison. You will go and serve the jail term. And I know that our people, the constitution and the laws will be such that if you have ever found being corrupt, you will never work in any government parastatals. So we cannot be shouting about Nigeria corruption, nepotism, and all that, and will allow that or tolerate it. Yeah, if you read the Biafra constitution, the one that was launched last year, you will know what I'm telling you. No way. The prime minister went through all this when he was still doing media something. Repeat, never. We don't want this. Our people have been through a lot. We can't have corrupt people, dealing with our people endlessly. No, my people. If you are smartening up to come and join and start your corrupt practices, it can never happen. Never. It can never happen.
Notifications from various companies, not only in the oil and gas sector. I'm talking about all across the zoo. Many companies operating here in the damnable zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, are folding. They are leaving. So the zoo is aware. So instead of them to be ashamed, instead of them to be taken unawares, they have announced that they are ready to, fast track sales approval process for any company who wants to leave the zoo, who wants to sell their company, because of course you cannot carry the company to your next destination. It has been built, So if you are ready to sell, they are ready to approve it for you to sell it to any other individual or company who wants to buy. But who wants to buy? That is the question. The question is, who wants to buy? Before you buy, you will have to first of all ask questions. Why are you leaving? They are leaving because the economy has been crashed. They are leaving because the zoo is now a confirmed terrorist state. That is, in fact, I think that is number one, not just the economy, because bad economies, they have more companies running in their countries. So I think the number one reason is that the zoo has been confirmed a terrorist state, because terrorism is everywhere. And the worst part of it is that the official military of the country, the official Nigerian army is the real terrorist. They are the ones carrying out every terrorist attack or terrorist activities in Nigeria today. I'm telling you, it's in the public. We all know. So these companies are aware of the zoo has been taken over by the terrorists. And as you can see, the vice president of Nigeria, which is Kashim Shettima, is the founder of Boko Haram. So that means terrorists has taken over the country's leadership. So the companies are aware. They are not fools. It doesn't matter the propaganda they show you on television. The companies know the reality. That's why they are leaving. And today, the zoo government does not want to be taken unawares or to be ashamed in the public. That's why they said they are ready to fast track any kind of sales in the country from any company that wants to leave. If we go the issue now, and I also want to use this medium to tell every company, especially oil company here in Biafra land, to vacate with immediate effect, because the worst is yet to happen. Thank you, my people.
Yes, my people, I have actually, allowed that to go through so that we wouldn't waste too much time. Let me read you people what Onyendu's lawyer just tweeted, because today, Thursday, he goes Monday and Thursday to see Onyendu. Let me read out what he wrote here. At least all of them make up the type of news that Biafra always crave to hear. He said the federal government versus Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Supreme Court held that in purported execution of the unfairly obtained and illegal order of arrest of the respondent, our Onyendu is the respondent, they are the appellant. The officials and agents of the appellant, Nigeria government, in bracket, traced the respondent, which is our Onyendu, to Nairobi in Kenya, violated his fundamental rights, kidnapped, abducted, and extraordinarily renditioned the defendant, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to Nigeria without any form of extradition proceedings, without the consent of Kenya, in complete violation of Extradition Act and the Nigerian Extradition Act and the Africa Charter on Human and People's Rights Act, Article 9, and produced him in court. That's where he stopped, my people. There seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel. I am pleading with each and every one of us to keep putting our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into fervent prayers. Let us continue to pray for him. Now the Supreme Court is coming back to reality. I know that some of these judges, they are not kids, because in the zoo, you can hardly find a very young judge there. They are matured people. They are seeing what is going on, and they are now compelled to say the truth. Something good is going to happen to our Onyendu, but always known from the inception of this case that those Biafrans that sold Onyendu are the ones who are engineering this case to keep going on. The Nigeria judges, they know that Nigeria government, that they are acting on illegal basis in this case. They don't want to leave Onyendu to go. But unfortunately for them, the presence of our Prime Minister has made their plans, nonsense of their plans, dead on arrival. Kidnapping Onyendu now is useless to them. Very, very useless. Because where we are today, let me tell you, my people, if Onyendu is here, I'm not saying it to show that Onyendu is a weak man. He is not. But he surrounded himself with criminals and saboteurs. People who have come to make money. They haven't come to bring us Biafra. If Onyendu is here, the way our PM has worked, everything our PM has done, Onyendu wouldn't have been able to achieve that. I'm telling you, even the restoration of Biafra government in exile, they wouldn't have done it. The creation of the cabinet ministers, Onyendu wouldn't have been able to do that. These Nzam people will be confusing Onyendu, and that's what they have been doing until they finally sold him. But that reason for which Onyendu, they got it all wrong. God has defied them. And my people, all we have to do is to remain strong. To remain strong. Ife dị ịtọ, o wee fọdụ ofu, ọgwụ baga agwụ. Ndị be anyị jisi n'ike. Jisi n'ike, na ike ada agwụ agadi nwaanyị ebe nwa ya mụrụ nwa. Biko nu my people, onye ọbụla jisi obi ike na-evotu nu. Ka anyị surprise ya ndị ụwa. Nigeria bụ ebe obibi. Not at all. It's not a home for anyone. I will leave you people here, my people, so that the home people will have data to read and watch this video. Any day I hear or see anything that will impress my people, that the world need to know, I will always come on this platform to expose it and make you people hear it. I love you all, and I wish you all a very good evening wherever you are watching me from. I thank you all for congregating and for listening, making all your responsible contribution and very useful comments. Thank you, my people. All hail Biafra. Peace, progress, unity, equity, and progress. There must be freedom for Biafrans and liberty. Onye ndị ilo gbara gburugburu, my people, ọ na-eche ndụ ya nche mgbe niile. Ụmụ Biafra, unu alarụkwa n'ụla ka ọ dị na-echi, my people. Bye.